NFL. We just watched these two games. It's the NFL recap portion of the video. I'm gonna start with the NFL picks though. Our picks for the year. This week 13, I was 7-7. I didn't do so good. Sean was 8-6, improves his total. Elijah was 10-4, which is pretty good.
Come on,
man. And Frankie, you were 8-6. Should have took the Browns, man. But
dude, I'm not. Look, we'll talk about that later.
I was the only one. Now I was the only one.
I know.
But the 2020 overalls though, I'm 18-11. Shaq is 10-4 still. He didn't give me his picks. Sean, you're 9-7. Frankie, you're 16-13. Got to get that up, man. You got to get your weight up.
That's 500, bro. That's better than 500 last I checked.
And Elijah came up to tie with me. He's 18-11 now.
You just got to believe in yourself, bro.
Bro, you only 2 picks in front of me? You ain't talking all that shit. You're 2 picks in front of me. Get the fuck out of here.
I gotta up my weight too. I gotta win this shit. But going on the NFL recap, the Saints beat the Falcons 21-16 with that powerful running game with the quarterback and running back. Question I want to ask you, Sean, is this Saints team elite enough to win the NFC?
I think if Breeze does eventually come back, that does help them out. But I think my boy Aaron Rodgers and the Packers will win the NFC.
Okay, I can take that. Elijah, what you think on this?
This is assuming that Taysom Hill is still playing quarterback and Breeze doesn't come back. I say no, absolutely not. I think once playoffs come and teams really hone in on stopping him, he's going to struggle. It's just bound to happen. But Sean brought a good point. If Breeze does come back, it does give them a better chance. Yeah. But I still feel like there are a couple teams that can beat them.
Okay. Frankie, you got you feel the same way or you feel differently?
It's based off if Breeze comes back. And even then, though, if Breeze comes back, is he going to be healthy? 100%.
Right.
You know, dude has like damn near all of his fucking ribs cracked and he's a half a man. So if it's strictly just we're talking Taysom Hill, no, I don't believe they're going to win the NFC. No.
Okay. The Lions beat the Bears 34-20. Moving on. The Browns beat the Titans 41-35.
The shade you just threw on the Lions. Oh.
Can this Browns team go deep into the playoffs, Frankie? Can your Browns go deep into the playoffs? Assuming we are fully healthy. I should say that.
Fully healthy, okay. If we're fully healthy, I would say we could win our first round depending on – well, it depends on seeding too because I don't want to run into Kansas City.
Well, right now we're the 5th seed and we're supposed to be facing the Bills. So,
if that's the matchup we get, Josh Allen's a damn good quarterback and it'll be a good game. I like my chances better against the Bills than I do against anybody else. I don't want to see the Chiefs. I don't want to see Pittsburgh as pissed off as they're going to be.
Nobody wants to see the Chiefs.
Hey, man, I don't want to see the fucking Chiefs.
Ain't nobody wishing, oh, y'all want to play the Chiefs. Nobody.
Yeah, let me just get wrecked by Mahomes real quick. Get the fuck out of here. No one want to see that. So
you play the Chiefs when you got to.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I say you play when you got to, but nobody's sitting at home like, yeah, I want them. Nobody's saying that.
You might as well just keep your bags at home in that case. You go home and just come back. No.
Elijah, what's your opinion on this, though? Do you think the Browns can go into the playoffs, like deep into the playoffs?
If we're talking about the Browns right now, I actually believe we can win a couple games. They have convinced me that we can win a couple games. It seems like we are capable of rising to the occasion when we need to, and that does give me a little bit of hope. Um, Fully healthy though, I think we can make a lot of noise. I just think it's probably two teams that if we run into them, they'll still stump our heads in. But I like our chances fully healthy against the Steelers. The Chiefs, I don't know. I don't know.
Sean.
As much as I want to say that they could go deep in the playoffs, I mean, we all know they're gonna make the playoffs. But deep, I don't know. I want to say they will, but I just feel like some type of Cleveland-esque vibe is gonna hit this team. Stefanski has gotten the Browns all the way over the hump. There's no jokes, no nothing. Winning season. I just feel like something is gonna happen.
It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking Disney movie.
And no disrespect either. Y'all really good this year. Really
I get
good.
that from too.
But I just feel the Cleveland-esque vibe coming on.
Bro, it's 2020, man. We could win the Super Bowl.
We could.
The rate this is
Hey, I
going.
never said y'all couldn't. I just feel a Cleveland-esque vibe. Something gonna happen.
No, I agree. That was my thing. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm worried, man. We're good, and we do. I think the biggest change, by the way, real quick, that I think this team has is a culture change with Stefanski. The dude has changed the team completely inside and out, and it's amazing to see. Like he takes the blame for everything, and that's a coach with a lot of respect for his players. And yeah, dude, that's what I'm. Yeah, just it's mind blowing. It's different.
Speaking on that, y'all gonna give my man Baker some love for real. Come on, man. That first half was Peyton Manning-esque.
Hold on. Nobody said Baker was gonna do terrible. We just thought the Titans were gonna win.
Whoa. No, this whole year I've been getting hell from Elijah and Shaq and Frankie too about Baker being so trash.
No, Shaq. It's because what you do is, Shaq, you reach so far for this Baker dude, right? And then when we say no, he's not going to be that good, then you think we hating on him. No, bro. You say he was going to be MVP of the league.
He was like MVP for a half. I wasn't wrong.
He had one. Come on, Dre. Come on.
Dre.
Come on.
Bro. The only thing I said bad about Baker is that he does make questionable choices. With that being said, the last 5 games he's played, he has not thrown a pick. He hasn't turned the ball over outside of that fumble that was completely freak. And he did look amazing. Okay, that's cool, but Titans defense ain't that great. They play when they want to, I feel like. They stepped up against Baltimore, but is Baltimore really that good? That's the question we need to find out now.
They beat
their defense is their offense.
Beat the Colts. They did beat the Colts, which is a really good team.
We beat the Colts.
That's true. But I'm just saying,
about the Browns or the Titans?
I'm just saying, we actually beat some teams this year.
No, I know.
We beat some teams.
No,
I don't want to hear no.
Dre.
Oh, they were bad at defense.
No.
We beat some teams.
Everybody got to play.
Dre. It's not that. It's not that I'm saying we beat some good teams. I know we did. Like I said, it comes down to Stefanski, because had this been a Freddie Kitchens team or Hugh Jackson team, we'd be at 4-12. We'd be 5-11. We'd be talking about how we got beat by the Jaguars. I mean, because Stefanski, dude, this is just a whole different team. This is the difference between good coaching and bad coaching, and we finally get to see it. That's what Baltimore's had for years. Oh yeah, I think if the Browns make the playoffs, I think the Browns make the playoffs at like 11-5, 12-4. Absolutely. He better win Coach of the Year. There ain't nobody better than him right now.
Yeah.
I think he is going to win Coach of the Year just with the Browns' reputation and all that, and then what he was able to come in and do. I'm pretty sure it's a lock. I don't see anyone else getting it.
6-10,
yeah, 6-10. Yeah. And you also got to remember, Dre, you're down Odell Beckham.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, game changer, game changer.
We're gonna talk about that at a later time, though. I got couple questions about that.
Yeah, for sure.
The Dolphins beat the Bengals 19-7. Okay, the question I want to ask you, Frank, is can Tua over Ryan Fitzmagic, can he help this Dolphins team win a title.
Win a title?
Their defense is legit.
But you say you talking like the East, or you talking like the Super Bowl?
I'm talking first. All right, I'm a lower expectations. I'm gonna say the NFC East. I'm gonna say the NFC. AFC East. I'm sorry.
I mean, they could win the NFC East. They just won't put them over there.
AFC East.
Yes, I do believe they can. They still got, I think, one more head-to-head with the Bills, I think.
Yeah, so that's what I'm asking. Can Tua?
I do believe so. I do. I think he had an off game against the Bengals, which I don't know why. The Bengals defense has been better of late, though. But they look like he looked a little off. Fitzpatrick has the moments where he'll look like a elite quarterback, and then he'll go throw 4 picks. So I do see Tua kind of learning. Yeah, I do see I think they can win the East.
Yeah, going off what you're saying though, Elijah, you remember we was talking about it earlier in with the boomer bust, how you know when last year they was talking about tank for Tua and all this, first number 1 overall draft pick. I want your opinion on the Tua thing, but do you also think that high praise is like a cost for these young players when they're in their rookie season, when they're supposed to be learning and they're just supposed to be these franchise type of guys?
No. I feel like at the end of the day, you're a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You know what you're getting yourself into. This is what you signed up for. This is what you wanted. And the most difficult part about it is handling that pressure. But that's exactly what separates the good from the great and that from the trash. You feel me? That's what separates it all, is the people who can handle that pressure. And the biggest thing is not putting the pressure on yourself. If you go in there with a mindset that I'm a regular dude and I'm just trying to be the best version of myself for this team, you'll get further personally. And that's what it's all about. And once you get that individual confidence, everything else starts to seem to flow. The problem is you get guys who feed into their own hype and they think they have to live up to these expectations. They have to be this and they have to be that. And they end up folding under that pressure because you put the pressure on yourself. So I think it's on each player how they take it. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? As men, you take it how you take it. You know what I'm saying? We as men, each and every one of us, we under pressure every single day. We got a choice. You know what I'm saying? Some of us got kids, some of us got jobs. We got a choice. You can either live up to that pressure or you can fold under it. That's all it is.
Do you think now going off what you said though, do you think Tua can lead this team, this Dolphins offense, to win the AFC East?
I think he can. I think that division's pretty good with the Bills at the top right now. It's pretty good division. It's pretty competitive. But I actually think they're going to beat the Bills when they have that head to head. And then, obviously, if they're able to match them record wise, then it's on the floor after that. You know what I'm saying? So just hang in that pocket and then make an end of the season stretch. That's But yeah, I think I definitely think they can win. I actually think they will win.
Who?
With
prediction?
Hey, he going with my prediction. That's my man.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean, what you got on this, man?
I have no question like if he can lead them to win it. I feel like they're missing something offensively. Like the defense is really good. They're missing something. I don't know, but something offensively. But I think the Bills are gonna end up winning the AFC East. I have no doubt about Tua being able to lead them, but I just feel like they're missing something.
Yeah, I think it's that home run ball placement. Like, you know how like The Saints, they got a Michael Thomas. Then they got
So a number one wide receiver.
a number
A
one
go-to.
receiver, but they missing that speed element to like a game changer. You know, like a Ted Ginn type.
Odell Beckham.
That explosive downfield type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they missing that. They got all these guys that can run 4-3, 4-2, but when it's time to get into the game, it's no one. They either fumble, they get cracked out with a concussion. I don't know. But they need
Tyreek
something.
Hill.
Yeah, man.
They need a Tyreek
Tyreek
Hill.
Hill.
There's only one cheetah.
Dude, there's only one cheetah. That dude's a bad man, but still.
Man, nuts.
I mean, hey, you said
But,
you need a deep threat. That's the ultimate deep threat right there.
Yeah.
But the Vikings beat the Jaguars in a close game, 27-24. But the question I want to ask you, Sean, because I'm gonna go with you first, is will this Vikings team get into the playoffs? Now, right now they're the number 6 seed. Will they get into the playoffs, or do you think that steam wears off?
I think they'll get into the playoffs. Their run game is good with Dalvin Cook back there, and then when he ain't got it or if he needs a break, Mattinson is back there. The Thielen and Jefferson duo is working great. Literally, I mean, the defense is okay. The only way I don't see them getting to the playoffs is if Kirk Cousins go into like a 5-game slump.
Yeah. Elijah?
Yeah, I think they're going to make the playoff. That offense is clicking right now, and I think that's what it comes down to. You can't place too much stock in their defense, but I wouldn't. Why would you? So, you got an offense that's clicking. Cousins can bring it. You know what I'm saying? You want to see that out of him a lot more. Feel like we shouldn't still be saying this about him, but he can bring it, and he's got the weapons around him to bring it like he usually does. So we'll see.
Most definitely. Frankie, what you got on this?
I'm actually not as ambitious as you guys are with this because it's Kirk Cousins is what's the problem with me. He chokes in big games. He chokes in things like that. I know he's had that. Supposedly he's broken that. They've got the great wide receivers. I think Jefferson's a great replacement for Diggs, and he might even be better. And like you said, Dalvin Cook is going to run the ball regardless. And if he doesn't run the ball, they got the play action. I just feel like there's going to be a team that you're not going to expect in the NFC that's going to come up out of nowhere and just scoop them out because they're barely winning. They're like they struggle with the Jaguars, but so did the Browns. So did I think a couple other teams. The Jaguars are not a terrible 1-11 team. They just don't have the it factor to finish the game.
Right.
I just feel I don't know Kirk Cousins. I don't have a lot of trust in Kirk Cousins. So I actually think they will miss the playoffs. I think they will get close. I think they'll come down like the last week, but I think they missed the playoffs somehow.
Okay, I got a bold prediction. I was thinking of what you were saying.
Okay.
Washington, the football team, they're peaking at the right time, okay? And their schedule is reasonable. Now, I can see them winning out. If we see the same team that we seen against Pittsburgh, which I don't know, but if they can win out and they win the NFC East at 10-7, holy God, what would we do if that happened? And the Giants get that other seed. I don't see Minnesota making it, but that's too far down the line. Right now, from today, I can see the Vikings making it. I can see them getting maybe that last seed though. I can see them dropping 2 more. I think they do have the Lions again, so they can get another win out of that. Not knocking on them, but we all know about the Lions. But the game I want to get into, I want to hear y'all opinions on, is the Raiders beat the Jets 31-28 on what might have been the dumbest fucking call in NFL history.
I'm going to sit up for this one because I'm about to be fucking dickish.
Defensive coordinator Greg Williams was fired today after that horrible play call when he sent all out blitz on the last play of the game. Frankie, I'm gonna let you start this off. What the fuck, man?
He said that engage 8, that
Oh
FG
my
block.
god! This
Wait. Before you answer, before your take on
He
that,
got mad and just said FG block. Like, stop it somehow.
before
Field
your
goal
take
man.
on that though, is this Jets team worse than the 2016 Cleveland Browns?
Dude, absolutely. There's no doubt. At least the Browns team had a resemblance of defense, and they lost a lot of games mostly because of quarterback play. This dude, the Jets are so bad. And the worst part is they fired their defense coordinator, but they didn't fire their head coach, who is the legit okay problem. This dude is the fucking problem. I don't care if Greg Williams calls 9 blitzes like every fucking play down. There's 2 things you got to do. You got to coach, and the players got to play. And if the coach can't get the players to cover their man and say, hey, Henry Ruggs is arguably the fastest dude in football, you should probably play 15 yards off the man because you know they're probably going to chuck it. Why is Adam Gase not fired? Dude, Greg Williams should have had his job 6 weeks ago. Dude, I can't go off on this anymore without like waking up anybody. I'm just saying, Greg Williams did deserve to get fired because that's the dumbest shit. Like Sean said, that's a legit goal line fucking everybody rush the quarterback. I don't care. I'm getting buried anyways. That was the biggest bitch play to pretty much ensure you're gonna get the first pick. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why the fuck? You know they're gonna throw a Hail Mary. You're about to win your first game, and you do a play call of a fucking all-out blitz. Why is there not 6 guys guarding the goal line? You're up by they were up by 4, weren't they? They were up 28-24, and they're not going to kick a field goal. That was like 2 6-year-olds playing Madden, just saying "fucking throw it." That's what that shit was. What the fuck would I just see? Why is the whole coaching staff just not there? I would rather see their players coach themselves at this point. It's a fucking joke.
Listen, and they can blame Greg Williams all they want. That head coach got the same headset on. That head coach can hear everything that defensive coordinator just said. Now, why didn't Adam Gase be like, oh, hell no, we're not about to lose this game. We got this in the bag. Let's just, no, fuck that play call. We calling this. He's overseeing everything.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way he was like, oh, yeah, that's a great fucking play call on the last play of the game.
He did, because his job was safe for now.
Dude, I don't get it. How does Adam Gase have a job? That offense is a fucking joke. The defense was actually better than the offense probably in scoring this year. And that's saying not a lot. I'm just saying, literally the worst. Just that was terrible. That team, I can go. I'm done. I'm done. Just go to someone else. I'll go for hours.
Elijah, what's your take on this, man?
Point shaving. An investigation needs to be done. Point shaving. I have a theory. That trash head coach of theirs looked up at the big board and saw the ticker and saw that the Jaguars had lost again. And said, oh no, son. Hold my beer.
I just said
I'll do you one better.
He said, hold my beer. Fucking
terrible.
Oh my god. This is some fucking betting on baseball Pete Rose type shit. It's like we're fucking terrible. We see that shit up there.
That shit is terrible.
The worst part is the Jaguars are competitive. The Jets are a joke.
Yeah.
The Jets are a fucking joke.
Now, Elijah, do you think this team is worse than the 2016 Cleveland Browns?
I think, to be honest, I think they are the worst 0-16 team ever.
Oh, you think worse than Detroit?
Yes.
Oh. Detroit wasn't bad. They had a lot of talent.
Detroit had talent. Detroit just couldn't get over that hump. They had the same problem the 16 Browns had.
This fucking Jets team has like maybe 2 players I would take off them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, Sean, what's your opinion on this?
All right, so this is why I say in both sports, there needs to be a way to find out if you are truly tanking, which that is truly tanking. You give your fans just enough hope to stay interested in the fan base. And then, like Elijah said, the Jags won their game. Oh, nope. Time to blow it right now. And then so you don't get in trouble, the coordinator gets fired. Everyone does this. All organizations, when they're trying to get a player to take, they have that one game where they're about to get their first win or they're about to do something good and just goes out the window.
Exactly. And if I'm fucking
This was
Trevor
not on
Lawrence,
the players. This is on the coaching staff.
listen, if I'm Trevor Lawrence, if I'm Justin Fields, if I'm any quarterback in
I'm
this
risking
goddamn
injury and not
draft,
getting drafted.
I'm going to college. Fuck it. I go to ITT Tech. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to the Jets. This organization is fucked up. And if they keep Adam Gase after this year, they need to burn down that goddamn Jets building like they looted this fucking summer. I'm telling you, man.
Damn, Dre.
They need to listen, man. They need to do something. This shit, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm fucking pissed. Okay, us Browns fans, we had a parade at the end of the year because we seen our team try. These motherfuckers ain't trying shit. But we gonna go to another topic because this kind of got heated a little bit.
Please. Put a hole in my wall here in a minute.
The Colts beat the Texans 26-20. Elijah, I'm gonna let you start first because I ain't let you start first yet. Will this Colts team win the AFC South?
Yeah, I think so. They actually impressed me this year. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect them to be even this good, to be honest. But I probably shouldn't have come to them out because I really didn't realize, think about how good they actually are and can be. They have a really, really solid defense. And on some Sundays they look top 10 worthy. They look top 5 worthy even. But I think they'll win the division for sure.
Yeah. I can see that too. Them and the Titans are both tied at 8-4 after the Titans lost this week. So that division is up for grabs for sure. Sean, what you think?
Yeah, I think the Colts are pretty much a lock to win the AFC South now. Now that they got Ty back in the mix of things these past 3 weeks. Last year we already knew they were going to be fairly decent again because their defense was good. This year it's even better. They also have Phillip Rivers. He takes the big risks. He's not like Jacoby Brissett and won't take the risk. They're going to win the South. I don't think the Titans are going to win it.
Okay, I can see that. I think the Colts are going to win the South by about 2 games. I can see, or just 1 game. I can see Tennessee losing 1 more game, slipping up. But I can see them lose to a team that's no good this year. I'm not gonna say the Jets, but I can see them slip up. I seen Tannehill do something this past 2 games. He's looking AJ Brown's way too much, and I think once a team lock down AJ Brown and Corey Davis get going, I don't know. Corey Davis, I just don't see him being. I mean, even though he just had a big game against the Browns, I mean, our number 2 corner is okay, but when he goes against a team that has a decent number 2 corner, I just think Tannehill he's careless with the ball. He's like I see him being like Jameis Winston with the ball. And then when Derrick Henry isn't running the ball and he's out there panicking and throwing the ball, I can see them slipping up into the game. I think the Colts will take this division by about a game or a game and a half. They don't play each other anymore. And there's no tiebreaker because I think they went 1-1 against each other. So yep. I can definitely see the Colts winning this division. Frankie?
I can't agree with you that he looks AJ Brown's way a lot. Because Corey Davis, I think, actually is leading the team in receiving, believe it or not. Or at least he's pretty close to it.
Yeah, but AJ Brown was out a couple games, so.
Okay, but there were games where AJ Brown had like 12, 13 receptions. So, I mean, they're kind of equaling out because Corey Davis was out because of COVID early in the year, too. So he's had a couple games his way, too. But I do. While you do say that, I do think the Colts are a significantly improved team. People sleep on them, but I mean, like you said, Philip Rivers is throwing the ball more. They're getting everybody involved. They're also running the ball really good. Jonathan Taylor had a big
Yep.
game this weekend. So, and their defense is very, very stout when they want to be. And I think when they need to lock down, they need to, do their thing. Darius Leonard and the boys will just, they'll do their thing. I do see them win the division, but I see it coming down like the last week or something. So along the lines where it's like a 1 game difference, definitely.
Yeah, I can see that too. Now moving on to the NFC side of the ball. The Rams the NFC. I mean, the Rams just beat the Cardinals 38-28. I was shocked. The NFC West is currently tied. Seattle has dropped a couple, and they're tied at 8-4. The Rams and Seattle. Can this Rams team win the NFC West? Frankie, I'm gonna let you go first this one.
Absolutely. Their defense is probably top 5 right now. I would say they're up there with. They've got great corners. They're good in all 3 phases of defense. You got good secondary. You got good linebackers. I mean, the D line, Ankerbecker and Donald. I mean, they're fantastic. And really, it's just about Goff not fucking it up. As terrible as that sounds, he's just got to limit the turnovers, and I think they'll be solid. I do see them very much being alive and winning the division. I don't know if they got a game left with Seattle or not, but I do see Seattle struggling a little bit more, and we'll get to that probably. But I mean, I do see the Rams, winning the division.
Okay, Frankie. I meant Elijah. Sorry.
Oh, you want me to do it again?
Yeah, I think they're going to win the division. I think at full strength, they're the most complete team in the division in terms of offense and defense, and how solid they are on both sides of the ball. But yeah, like Frank said, I mean, it comes down to Goff and how well he plays. When he's able to, complete passes and make the right throws, not turn the ball over, they have a great chance to win the game. And it usually, the short passes that he does, which he is really good at, it usually opens up those deep passes, and you see guys flying down the sideline. So, yeah, I definitely think they're going to win the division.
Okay, Sean. Before I get to you though, I gotta say, I see a lot of Baker and Goff when it comes to confidence. When he has confidence, Goff can be one of the best quarterbacks in this goddamn league. But when he don't have the confidence and he's overthinking back there, he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. I think and this defense got swagger, man. This defense is crazy. If Goff can pull it together, I think they can win this division. And I do believe they do have Seattle one more time. I think they got them one more time. But Sean, I'm gonna go to you.
Yeah, I think the Rams are gonna win this division. Defense, like you said, they got swagger. They got some studs. Donald, Ramsey. There's help on the D line. The linebackers are even playing great. Goff this year has really impressed me because usually his weakness was the blitz, but when teams are blitzing him this year, he's not that bad. I'm gonna give props out to McVay for going and get that OC in the offseason and bouncing off Diaz off of him because they got this back to their Super Bowl year, minus him struggling against the blitz.
Yeah, I see what you I seen that when I was watching the game. I seen that offensive coordinator, man, he's legit. He's legit. Now looking at the other team, the Cardinals have slipped up a little bit. They're still in the playoff spot. But what does Kyler Murray have to do to improve this team? Give me a quick analysis.
Just, I mean, execute, man. I mean, he tried. I think he tries to run too much.
Yep.
I think they try to run him way too much. He's clearly has the arm through the Hail Mary to Hopkins, and you've got the best wide receiver in football. Utilize him. You've also got Christian Kirk and Larry Fitzgerald too. Utilize these cats because you can't just be trying to do everything with your legs, man. Because they're gonna expect them to start putting spies.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you, Elijah.
Yeah, it all comes down to execution. One thing that I think that I'm really impressed with when we talk about Baker is third down completions and third down making plays on third down, which is very important in this league. You have to make third down conversions. You have to do it, and I think Kyler has struggled with that a little bit because it's been trying to do it all with your feet, get too much with your feet. You got to know, when to throw that thing away. You just got to know when to throw that thing away, man. But
Yeah.
I think he's still like I think that guy that he's been is still there because I see people saying that maybe the league is caught up to him. I don't think it's one of them cases. I think he's still an elite talent. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he definitely is, and he takes sacks too much. Sean, real quick.
Feel like they just need to get Kyler comfortable in the pocket, make him stay in the pocket a little bit longer. We all know he has the arm. He's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
It's not like he's
sure.
Lamar Jackson back there. I mean, he can he's got the legs and the feet of Lamar Jackson, but there's a whole different arm. You could actually
Yeah.
trust in Kyler to throw the ball. They just need to get him a little bit more comfortable because he's liking to run a little bit too much. Like I told you, the Rams are gonna love that. Aaron Donald's gonna hunt him down. They will pick six him, all that and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just get him a little bit more comfortable in the pocket.
Going off of that though, the Seahawks they lost to the Giants, the Giants Giants, 17-12. The Giants are peaking, guys. Is this Giants team a sneaky contender, Frankie?
I would say yes. Their defense has really stepped up the last, I think, 5 games it's been. And they've done this pretty much without Saquon. Well, without Saquon all year. And last game they had Colt McCoy starting without Daniel Jones. They did enough. They did enough right on the offensive side of the ball to not lose, and their defense actually shut down Seattle, which is starting to become a trend lately with Seattle. But yeah, I think their defense is very impressive. People sleep on James Bradbury. He's arguably making his name as a really good top corner. He's shutting down some of the best wide receivers in football lately. He shut down, I think, AJ Brown one game, and I think he shut down Julio, or he shut down a couple big name wide receivers. And yeah, I think the Giants are very sneaky, and they're probably going to end up winning the division, even with or without Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking here. I'm sitting here thinking about if they had Saquon, they could be a real contender. Sean.
I wouldn't go with like contender because I don't think they'll be able to do anything in the playoffs, but I do definitely think they will win the NFC East. As I said a couple shows ago, they had all the momentum on their side when they were on that 2-game win streak, and I think it's the 5, maybe even 4. But yeah, they got everything turned around. They even had offensive line struggles, got it turned around, and their defense has stepped up, like Frankie said, and their offense is doing enough to win games.
Yeah, most definitely. Elijah the Great.
Man, I think they can win the division. I'm not sure they will. Just by looking at who they play left, and I honestly don't even think they're going to beat Dallas in that last game.
Really?
I don't. I just got a feeling.
Yeah, Jerry Jones is gonna have that. The owner is gonna have that team humming that last game, man.
You know what I'm saying I just think they're going to be the inspiration level going to be a little different. I think it's going to be a tough game though, but I do think that they can actually.
Yeah, because I
Now,
don't think
if it's no chance for Dallas to get in at that point, then it'll be different. The Giants will win that game, but I think if they're both trying to get that, you know what I'm saying? If it's for the division, that game is going to be a slobber knocker. Sure.
Good old JR.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's not for the division, the Giants gonna beat them like a government mule.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with that.
Now,
Oh,
on
and
the other,
by the way, touch on something. That defense looks really good last few weeks. For sure, I had to say that. It looked really good.
yeah, they look like a top 15 defense. On the other side of the ball, though, the Seattle Seahawks offense is off, way off than what we're seeing. Elijah, I'm gonna go with you first. What is wrong with the Seattle offense?
Sometimes things just fall out of sync. You know what I'm saying? That it's just bound to happen. I honestly, I don't think the run game is potent. And honestly, you can't focus on just throwing it to DK all game. It's gonna get played out. It's not gonna cut it. You can't do it all day. I don't care how good Russ is. If you telling me as a defensive coordinator that your game plan is let Russ run around, improvise until DK gets open, we're gonna shut that down. You're gonna have to beat us with somebody else. And that's what teams been doing to him. Beat us with Lockett. Beat us with them running backs. Just beat us with somebody else. But it's not gonna be DK and it's not gonna be Russ.
Yeah. And
They're playing very sloppy too. And I think that's, an impact of what teams are game planning to stop now.
They are. I mean, and like you said, their running game, it hasn't, with Chris Carson being out and then him coming back is like fast back from injury.
Yeah.
That running game don't look the same as it was the first 4 or 5 games of the season when they were undefeated against teams and having 400 offensive yards a game.
Right.
They need to do something, man. And Sean, what do you think?
I mean, I think the problem right now is it's like the run game is not going. They try to get back to it. It didn't really work out well for them. But Russ is just looking for DK to way too much. He's got Lockett and Moore and whatever tight end is in the game. He's got them open. He's just forcing the ball to DK.
Yeah.
Like the other guys are open. Just throw him the ball. Just take what the defense gives. He's literally just trying to force that thing to DK. I think you got to spread the ball out. Russ has to spread the ball out, and then I think they'll be back to normal. But right now, every team is focused on, besides the Eagles, was focused on stopping DK. It worked in their favor, or at least brought the game close to where they didn't get mollywopped like the Eagles did.
Frankie, what you got on this?
It's so weird because, yeah, I mean, it's really what it is. They're just trying to force it to DK. It's so, like, I don't know, like, the team was so different. They were at the beginning of the year, everything was going good. Then Carson gets injured, and then he gets back. Everyone's like, oh, they're going to be back to the same. And now they're like you said, they're forcing it. Like, since week 8, I read Russell Wilson leads the NFL in turnovers with 12. That's impressive because that's only 5-6 weeks. He's forced the ball. He's done a lot of bad things. I mean, it is what it is, but it might have been week 7. But still, it's still a long time. But that's a lot of turnovers since the way he started out. Everyone's like, oh, Russ for MVP, let's go. But now the team's like complete 180. Their offense is struggling. Sean's right. They've been forcing the DK, which I don't know why, because Tyler Lockett is not a bad wide receiver. He's a very good possession receiver. And now they can't run the ball. I mean, teams, I think, know they're a one-trick pony. And I think they just know to shut down everything else that you can and make Russ try and beat you. And if he can't, I mean, it is what it is. They're going to keep taking these L's. They got to figure something out because their defense is a joke. I mean, they're on record for, whatever. They're going to be up there. I mean, the Giants look good running the ball on them. Come on. Don't disrespect the Giants, but you have Wayne Gallman running the ball. He's not exactly top 30 back. Just, yeah.
But going off what you said, though, that offense, I mean, if they can find a way to improve, I still don't see them beating the Rams. I just think I just think the Rams got that division on lock. They're peaking at the right time. Seattle is falling at the wrong time. In my opinion, I want to know y'all opinions. I think Russ just single-handedly fucked his whole MVP season up. I think he's not MVP anymore. I think it's a two-player race for MVP, and it's not Russell Wilson. I think it's Aaron Rodgers, and I think it's Patrick Mahomes. That's
Yep.
it. Do you guys think that Russell Wilson single-handedly just took his whole MVP race off the board?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's all you can say. Yeah.
Pretty much.
John?
Yeah. If he would have spread that ball around, then he'd be fine. But he ain't spreading the ball around right now. The dudes are open. Everyone's open. It's just
I will say
DK.
one thing. I know that Josh Gordon got reinstated, at least allegedly, and I think they might have him. I think if they're in the playoff hunt around week 16 and 17, that's when he's going to be eligible to play. So that might be, a boost, I guess, to the passing game. But still, if you're not spreading the ball, it don't matter because then he'll just focus on Josh Gordon.
Yeah,
So,
true.
I don't know. Like, he hones in on certain players some games. That's why one game DK will have like 13 catches and whatever ridiculous amount of yardage, and then Lockett will be over there with his 2 or 3 catches for like 12 yards. It's just how the offense has been all year. It's weird.
But if like you said about Josh Gordon, I think if you put Tyler Lockett in that slot where he's best suited as, I think he'll focus on Lockett way too much with Gordon if he's able to, we see if he's average. If Gordon comes back average, I think he gonna have another target in that middle with Lockett. I think that can help the offense a little bit, but they gotta find a way to implement this rushing attack. You gotta have a rushing attack in the NFL. Even the Chiefs, even with Patrick Mahomes, the new Superman, you can't stop Patrick Mahomes. But at least he has a rushing game with two running backs back there. I mean, all right, we're gonna jump to the other side, the other team. Frankie, I'm gonna let you start this one off. I think I know the answer, but is this Packers team legit enough to win the NFC?
Yes, without a doubt. I think they're better than the Saints. I think they are the prohibited heavy favorite to probably win the NFC. I would be honestly surprised if they don't. They are probably going to go to the Super Bowl, and you're going to probably see Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl.
Yes.
I do believe that. Even though the Packers did get beat by the Colts, and they did get beat by Tampa throttled them, but and the Colts came down to an overtime.
Man, Scantling fumble.
Yeah,
they were going to win that game. Scantling fumble.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but it is what it is. You take an L, you take an L. You lose by 1 point,
but he fumbled.
Lose by that.
They were going to be a field goal range. He fumbled. He lost the game.
He did. It's not Rodgers by no means. But no, absolutely. I think they're going to win they're going to win the NFC. It's not even going to be close. I think they're going to eventually start. I think they're going to take the 1 seed here soon.
Okay. Oh, that's bold.
They're the 2 seed. Not so bold.
I really like this Packers team this year. I mean, pretty much everyone liked them last year. But one thing I noticed, it seems like LaFleur has, kind of taken the reins off of Rodgers and let him throw a little bit more. Last year, I thought it was like super based
heavy.
on the run. Yeah, very, very run heavy. This year, it's like more balanced, and we're back to seeing Rodgers be the Rodgers that we all know. But yeah, their defense is pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it's top in the NFL, but it's good enough to win games. You got Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, and then whatever receiver Rodgers wants to make wealthy that day, his household name, whether it's Scantling or the other guy, and you got Robert Tonyan in the middle. I mean, I really like this Packers team. Yeah, I really like this Packers team this year.
Okay. Packers love. Go Pack, go. Elijah?
You already know what I think. It's a no-brainer. You asking a lot of no-brainers today, Dre. You have to work on that. Yeah, man.
Gotta ask. I gotta ask the question.
They're definitely on pace to win the NFC. I think they're going to win the NFC. They just loaded on offense. In my opinion, from what I see, they are loaded. Like even the backup running back is good. They're loaded. They got so much talent, and then you
Listen,
have probably the best passer of the football, probably ever that we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? And he's just, I mean,
For
talking
now.
about a guy that doesn't turn the ball over a lot either.
Patrick
Mm,
Mahomes.
Very important.
Mahomes is catching
Nah.
him on that term.
Hey,
No,
you
Mahomes
you-
might have passed him, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's a debatable thing.
Oh yeah, for
Things I've
sure.
seen Mahomes do with the ball are incredible. The throw across your body shit is ridiculous. I've never, yeah, he's in a whole nother category. You got legends, you got greats, and you got gods. Mahomes already is a god. Like he's crazy. But yeah, I mean, and that's the Super Bowl everybody wants to see. I want to see it.
a Super Bowl we didn't get last year. They
Right.
lost to the Niners because it was
Right.
too run heavy.
yeah.
That's a good.
But
point. That's a real good point.
but speaking of Super Bowls, the Patriots beat the Chargers, throttled them 45-0. Frankie, I'm gonna let you start this one off because your boy didn't look so good. This Chargers team could easily be a playoff team. What the fuck is wrong with this team, Frankie?
Man, well, first off, like me and Sean claimed last time, we said if there's
Herbert
anything
was
going to
have a
be,
bad game.
yeah, Herbert might have a bad game, but I still was trying to say that the Chargers are at least going to make it competitive and win, hopefully. But, whoo boy, no, literally everything happened and not in a good way. The defense is a joke. I mean, Herbert was looking like a deer in headlights. He definitely looked bad. Man, they couldn't. The Chargers got to start with defense first, honestly, because the offense really isn't the problem. Yeah, they got shut out, but I mean, you game plan for somebody, you could shut anybody out in the right line, or at least hold them to certain points. If your defense can't stop nobody, and they couldn't stop the run, my God, I don't even think they threw it. They threw it 21 times, and I think they even had their backup throw a touchdown. That's embarrassing. You're getting bombed on by
Threw a
fucking
ball. Stidham threw a ball.
Jared Stidham, Mr. Auburn. I could not do anything good.
War
Yes,
Eagle.
him. Yeah, War Eagle. Yeah, even though they're a tiger. No, anyways, we're not gonna talk about it. I'm just saying, like, dude, they need to fix that defense. It's a joke. They traded Desmond King at the beginning, halfway through the year, which I didn't understand. That's like their top corner. They don't have Derwin James.
Money.
Yeah, well, money. I don't give a shit about money. You can't win the NFL being cheap. All right, there's only one team that's done it, and it's because of good coaching. And he really was only cheap on the offensive side of the ball. He paid his defensive players, and that's the Patriots. I mean, you're cheap at wide receiver because you have the best quarterback to ever play the game, arguably one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. I won't say this, but with Herbert, he just looked bad. The whole team looked bad. You gave up what I think I don't know if it was 1 or 2 punt returns. I mean, the defense just was on him all day. It was a joke of a game, and it was bad. And I will take the L on that because I thought Herbert was going to come out and not be the typical rookie, but no, they game planned the fuck out of him. It was a bad time.
Now, Sean, I see you shaking your head. What's your opinion on this?
I mean, I don't think the Pats really did anything special here. I mean, they played an okay game. They did bring in 14 points of special teams. I just really think they caught the Chargers on a very bad day. The Chargers do need to fix their defense. They have no Derwin James. I mean, when he comes back, it might be a little bit better. They need to get another corner going, something. And Herbert needs to stop looking for Keenan Allen all the time. As much as I love it, all my fantasy team, 30 points with no TDs. It just seemed if you take away Keenan Allen, you're going to beat him. Because the Pats took Keenan Allen out the game, like locked him up. And Stephon Gilmore wasn't even on him the whole time.
No, he was
One of
covering
the
Mike
picks,
Williams.
yeah, one of the picks that Herbert threw, what Stephon Gilmore wasn't even guarding Keenan Allen.
No, it was
So-
Oh yeah, they had a blocked field goal. That was the other thing because McCourty returned that. That's
Yep.
right. That's what it was. I knew there was something else.
Yeah. Elijah, what's your analysis on it?
I think
This
somebody said
ass.
it last week. Like Belichick just knows what to do against these rookie quarterbacks. And he took away, you take away a rookie quarterback's first read, they're going to struggle. 9 times out of 10, they're going to struggle because when you're a rookie quarterback, these systems, they try to dumb it down for you. They try to dumb it down so they tell you, look for the first read, look for the first read. If you look and your first read isn't there, oh, panic mode activated. Now you trying to find something else, trying to scramble. Now you're getting sacked. Now you're getting hit after you throw the ball. Now you're throwing picks, turning it over. And if you force it to your first read and he's not there, you throw picks. As was the case with Herbert. He just trying to force it to Allen, like Sean said, and that's not a recipe for success. You know what I'm saying? At any level, you realize you have to be able to read a defense fast. And especially in the NFL, you got to read a defense right now as it's happening. You got to read the defense. If your first read not there, you got to be able to find your second read or find the check down or get the ball in your hands and throw it out of bounds. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying?
That's the big difference between the elite quarterbacks and the great quarterbacks and a
Agreed.
mediocre quarterback. I mean, just
Agreed.
being able to read quicker because I feel like that happened to Herbert last week too. That's why Eckler had like 11 receptions because he was just dumping it off to him. You take away Keenan Allen, like you said, and then you're just like, well, fuck it, Eckler. I mean, you only can throw it to the back so much, and I think they took him away in this game too. And if that's the case, I mean, he's just like, shit, I'm just gonna fucking throw it up there. He's gonna Mahomes that bitch down the field and be like, someone go get it.
Yeah, but those people can get it.
Mike Williams has got good speed. People sleep on Mike Williams just because he runs because he's 6'4", doesn't look fast.
They got good speed, but those
Not
Chiefs
Tyreek Hill.
receivers, man,
They don't.
they all know when to come back the ball, everything.
They track stars.
Plays out their butt.
Hey, can't catch no crackhead, man.
We're gonna get monitored.
Now this Pats team though, this Pats team is peaking at the right time. Belichick got him peaking, got him playing
Cam
inspired.
Newton's still trash.
I don't really think they're peaking.
They're at the number 8 seed, and with Baltimore, if Baltimore slips up this week against Cleveland, this coming up week, the Patriots win, they secure that number 7 seed. Now, with that being said, will they get the last playoff spot, Elijah?
Who, the Ravens or the Pats?
Patriots.
Oh, ooh, that's tough. Yeah, I'll say so. I just like the way that defense has played recently, and I'm big on defense. I'm big on that scrappiness. I'm big on playing tight coverage, sending pressure, making guys have to work. I'm big on that. Like, force a team to be physical. That's the name of the game. It should always be the name of the game with defense. Fuck all of this. You know what I'm saying? Soft coverage teams be playing. And no, get up in their face, punch them in the mouth, send something at them, make them work for every single point they get.
That's what the Browns should have did.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Sean?
I don't know. I don't really like the Pats this year. Their offense to me is just lackluster. I mean, granted, they did just get lucky. They only threw 21 passes. Cam Newton ran for 2 1-yard touchdowns. Special teams brought in 2 games. I feel like everyone's blowing them up because they beat the Chargers 45-0.
That's a big deal, though.
I don't like this Pats team. Their offense to me is just lackluster. Their defense is good now that they got everyone back. I mean, Gilmore's back from COVID or whatever he had. But I don't trust their offense at all.
Okay. Frankie.
I do think they do sneak in and get that 7th seed because I feel like even though Lamar Jackson is eligible to play and he's coming back from COVID, he's activated. When they play next week, like I feel like Baltimore is going to be missing something. I think the book's out on Lamar now, and I feel like with that being said, they're going to struggle down the stretch. I do believe, and I think the Pats, like I'm with Sean, the offense isn't the best, but the defense is peaking, and defense is missing like 7 guys because they all sat out this year, big name guys too. But it's crazy how like Belichick can get these guys to play. I do think they get the 7th seed. I do think they slide in there, sneak in there, whatever. I think the offense does just enough to keep them relevant. They just don't. They just can't. The defense is going to keep them in games, definitely. So, yeah, I definitely believe that.
Okay, now, Sean, I just want to ask you this question. I just thought about it with the Eagles. I know it's your team. Should the Eagles draft a quarterback in the 2021 draft?
No. I don't think the QBs are the problem here. I mean, everyone's seen the Super Bowl year in a whole different system. No matter who was back there, it was good. Very next year, that same guy isn't there. Both quarterbacks struggle. Foles gets shipped out. Wentz still struggles. This is on the coach and the OC, mainly the coach, because he's in charge of play calling. And our OCs are garbage since Reich has left. And I don't even want to hear any more blame it on the line problems because the Giants had the same problems we had on the line. The NFC East, the Giants, Cowboys, and us got hurt on the line early. We sucked early. And the Giants have turned it around, and we can't figure out how. This is just on the coach. He's doing nothing to help the quarterback. I mean, Hurts came in, had a decent drive, like 2 decent drives. One led to a touchdown, and then after that, he threw a pick. And we just don't play complimentary football. I don't think this is a quarterback problem. Defense gets stops against good teams. The offense goes out there and does nothing, no matter who's under center.
Okay, I can respect that. I just had to get that out of the way. It was a request by someone. I had to get that out of the way. Now the Chiefs
requested that.
I can't. It's anonymous. He told me not to tell, so I'm gonna keep it like that. The Chiefs
fuck right off.
The Chiefs beat the Broncos 22-16. The Chiefs clinched the playoff spot deservingly. But is it time to give up on Drew Lock, Frankie?
Hell no. 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 You drafted him last year? Last year was his rookie year, right? I do believe. And he only played like towards the end of the year. They won, I think, the last 5 games of the year to end up 8-8 or whatever it was. And then this year, just because he struggles a little bit, I don't see. No, you don't need to give up on Drew Lock. He's shown flashes, but you got to remember they're down Cortland Sutton. They don't. I think they have injuries on the offensive line. I don't like. They became run heavy this year with Melvin Gordon and Philip Lindsay. It feels like. No, I don't think so. I think they need a different OC. Actually, I don't like the play calling on that team too much because you got these weapons at wide receiver with KJ Hamler, Cortland Sutton when he's healthy. You got your Judy, you got Noah Fant. Those are 4 legitimate players right there that you can get the ball to, and you got the backs. I think they need a better OC. The defense is solid, but no, I don't think you give up on Drew Lock yet. No.
Okay. Sean?
Yeah, I don't think it's time to give up on Drew Lock. Like last year, he did really well. This year, I mean, he's decent. He struggled some games. He's did good some games. I just think with this team, the youth and their quarterback and their 2 rookie receivers, I just think it shows. You're going to have that with all brand new players. I mean, every game isn't going to be really good and everyone's going to put up good numbers. I mean, it is the real life and real world. But yeah, I just think the youth is showing. Once they get a little bit more experience, I think they'll be better off.
Okay, Elijah.
Yeah, I don't think you give up on them. Like Sean just said, it's the youth. You're gonna have them growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Guys are just fully getting acclimated to the league and still have a lot of growing left to do. You know what I'm saying? Making moves from the line. Those receivers do struggle with that, getting separation downfield. But I mean, they got talent. They got stuff to continue to build around. They got pieces that they can continue to work around, and he's one of them. 'Cause I've seen some games where he looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the arm talent is definitely there. He's
Decision
another guy
making.
who I feel like he misses the check down a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are kinks that can be worked out over time.
And I think a lot of people forget that these young guys didn't have the OTAs and the rookie mini camps in the developmental period that all these, older players had, was able to learn the system and get the playbook and have a coach go over to you and be like, hey, you can't do this. You have to learn it virtually. With some players, it don't go so well for them.
Did they even have a preseason?
No, they didn't have any
Nobody
preseason.
had preseason.
They worked together all this, the preseason. They worked over the preseason. It was like off-season workouts or something. Then they jumped straight into training camp.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's a huge disadvantage for a rookie coming in. You think you're just trying to earn a spot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's why it's incredible. That's why this year's incredible to me to some of the rookie quarterbacks that are stepping up. I mean, you literally just read a book all fucking summer and then just like, oh, game one, good luck.
Yeah.
What it is.
Exactly like that. And then you got, these players who don't have the film. This draft was basically all films. They weren't allowed to do workouts or anything. So it was just all films. That's why it's so impressive to me, like a James Robinson type player that just came out of nowhere and worked his ass off from day one of the little tiny ass training camp they had and worked his way up from running back to running back, because he started off as a running back 5, worked his ass up all the way up to running back 1, and he's single-handedly carrying that Jaguars offense. So it's impressive from some of these damn rookies, even second-year players who haven't got, huh?
Justin Jefferson's another one.
Yeah.
I'm so mad we passed on him. So mad.
Oh, dude, Antonio Gibson, another one, by the way, rookie running back for Washington.
Yeah.
No, I wanted Jefferson real bad. He ran routes to perfection at LSU. To perfection.
I'm just saying, man, there's some dudes like this year that really impressed. I think the most impressive one to me is actually Herbert. He's a quarterback. Yeah. You literally just got thrown in it. He even didn't even know he was starting that game. They said, hey, we fucked up the starting quarterback for you. Good luck. You got to go throw.
He paid someone to do that. He paid someone to do that.
And you know what Herbert said? And you know what Herbert said? Oh shit, I'm in. That's exactly what he said. But we gotta move quickly on this. I think we all agree that the Chiefs, this Chiefs team can repeat. We all agree on that, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not see what Patrick Mahomes was doing in that game? Like, Denver played some really good defense. This guy does things with the ball. Like, I used to say Aaron Rodgers was the only one that could do it. Now Mahomes is like one up. Like, these are the two best, and Mahomes may have passed him with the things he could do with the ball. It just looks effortless. Like running to the left, throws like a no look pass that has some curve on it. Y'all seen that one? I was like, what? Like, what? This is football?
Yeah.
Hey, he's
slider.
He's definitely Houdini.
Yeah.
But I want to move on to I'm gonna let Elijah go on this one because I want to hear your opinion. The Washington football team just beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 23-17. What is your reaction?
How? I would have never saw it coming. Never.
Man.
Never. I worked out so many different scenarios in my head. I didn't see it happening, and I surely didn't see it happening like that.
Man. is it's I'm speechless on it, man. I can't even say shit. Pittsburgh defense, you can say as all you want about injuries and all these excuses about injuries. My Browns team is down their number one cornerback, their high safety that they wanted to play all year. We've been playing with a 23 that's nowhere close to LeBron James. We've been hit with the injury bug so much this year, the COVID bug so much this year. I don't want to hear nothing about injuries. That defense got outplayed by a man who came back this year and has looked damn good. He lost his leg last year, came back 2 years ago, came back and torching his league up. Sean, what's your opinion?
So my opinion, I mean, for my little Facebook chats and everything, I've always said, granted, Bud Dupree did get hurt last game, but if you can stop the Steelers' pass rush, their secondary is susceptible. And after they went down 14-0, Washington was able to stop it and tested the secondary. That if the pass rush does not get there for the Steelers, they don't make you panic or throw an interception. That secondary is susceptible, and we have not been able to see that really too much because no team has been able to really stop it. I mean, granted, if somebody was injured, I mean, my Eagles got like 50 injuries every year. Might as well run a whole nother 53-man practice squad roster again. But there's no excuses. Like, you just got beat. You got beat at your bread and butter, which is pass rush. If it's not there, I've been known that the secondary was susceptible. I mean, they get a lot of interceptions, but that's when the pass rush is working. So it comes as no surprise to me.
Okay, Frankie. Your man Montez Sweat, top five, and he ain't
Oh
five.
my God!
What's your analysis on this?
So, I mean, to be honest, though, we can't sleep. But we're all in agreement that Washington has a good front seven, right? Like some good pass rush, I would say.
Yep.
I mean,
One of
Chase
the
Young,
best. One of the best.
Chase Young was really making a name for himself. He really showing like he's an elite player. You might not see it in stats, but I mean, if you watch the game, he stands out. With that being said, they should not have been in that game. They were down 14-0, and I mean they that game was completely different. You know, yeah, like Elijah said, I'm not sure how that happened, but I mean, Alex Smith came out, they lit him up. Logan Thomas went off of all people. They lost Antonio
Secondary.
Gibson. Yeah, I know, and they lost Antonio Gibson, who's their starting running back. So they kind of didn't really run the ball that well. Alex Smith has come back. He looks like Alex Smith. He looks enough to manage the game, but it's crazy. Like Pittsburgh made so many bad choices, like weird pass plays, terrible play calling. In the secondary, I mean, you stay away from Minka, you're good. That's really all it is. To identify where Fitzpatrick is and just go the other way, because he kind of gives you that game breaker vibe. But if you get him away from him, or if you get him like suckered into a play, you can handle him no problem. And like Sean said, the secondary is not that great. I mean, I think they're down Hayden. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they lost Hayden to concussion today.
Okay, so they were down Hayden. I mean, it sucks, but in the end of the day, it's the NFL. Next man up.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
that's what we're always going to say. I mean, like you said, we don't even have a secondary. The Browns are missing all four starters in secondary. You're missing both of our corners and both our starting safeties this year. Next man up. That's all it is. The Washington got, they got the momentum and they look good down the stretch. They played the better defense. They ran the better offense. In the end, I mean, they executed better. It's crazy to say, but that's how it ended.
Yep. And going off what you said though, Frankie, I think what killed this Steelers whole, because they were that second half they were coming off firing a little bit, and I think what killed them is they and on the fourth quarter they went for it on fourth down, so I think that's what killed them. This last game, I just want y'all opinion. The Bills beat the 49ers 34-24. Now I want a quick reaction, okay? Who wins the AFC East? Will the Bills win the AFC East? Frankie?
No.
Sean?
I think yes.
And Elijah.
No.
Okay. I don't think. I think the Bills. I think the Bills will win the AFC